Good morning or afternoon. Welcome to the Mojave Wood Food Web tutorial. Here's the start of it. I've got a couple animals in my food web here. I started with an untitled. Let me get rid of that one and start over. I'm not going to save it. File, new, and I'm going to go letter. If you don't see letter here, you can go up here to print. Then you can select letter. I'm going to landscape it over here. So it's 11 by 8.5. Then I've got my large Mojave Desert picture. I've unlocked the layer down here. And I can just drag it, drop it, Control T will allow me to transform it, and snap it into place, and I've got my background. Good. Hit enter to accept the transformation. So let's say I want to put a scorpion into this. Let's go up to here, the one I've started already. Here is a Mojave scorpion. Here is the elliptical marquee tool. There are just a couple things that you need to know about this tool. To select things, you just click and drag a circle around it. Once it is drawn, you can move it around, but you can't really grab the size and change the size of it. So I'll hit Control D, which deselects all. That also can be found up here. Deselect. So this time, if I hold down Shift, I can make a perfect circle. A little bigger. That's actually about right there. Let me show you something else. If you hold down Alt, if I want it to be centered about here, I hold down Alt, which makes it draw it from the center, and Shift makes a perfect circle. So holding down Alt and Shift, probably right about here. Oh, I just did it wrong. Let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to shift over to the Move tool so I can move this selection. I'm going to move it up onto my Mojave Desert there. That's about right. But I'm going to hit Control T, hold down Shift to constrain the proportions, and I'm going to make my scorpion a little bit bigger. And there's my scorpion. Now here's the new thing. Down here, look to your lower right down here. Here are layer styles that you can add to the layer that's selected. Now you want to make sure that your scorpion is selected here. Come down here to layer style, and I am going to add a stroke around it. It brings up this panel here, and I guess you can see it like that. This is the size of the stroke, so I can go big. Yeah, that's a little big. I'm going to stick with about 4 pixels, 6 pixels. The opacity, that makes it semi-transparent or not. And this, of course, changes the color if I wanted a red stroke, but that's pretty ugly. Actually, it's not too bad. I'm going to keep it black down here. That's all you need to know for this project. There are other things that you can put. You can put multiple things, inner glows, outer glows, cover overlays, Satan. I don't know, or Satin. I don't know all of the things about this. You just kind of click on it and you start messing with the settings. There's my drop shadow. There, change the angle of it to take that off to learn them. Okay, so there's that. Now I got my little animals. It's going to go down here further actually because he's going to eat insects, and this is our primary consumer. This is our 4th level consumer. This one's at the 3rd level. There would be an insect here eating the grass, and they would eat it. Well, anyways, another thing you do is over here below this direct selection tool or path selection tool, and there usually is a rectangle tool, but if you hold this down, you'll get custom shape tool. And if you come up here, you have all these shapes. Hey, great. I'm going to choose the arrow. So I can show energy moving. If the hawk was to eat the scorpion, for example, moving. Oh, let's see. That's a good looking arrow there. Oh, by the way, over here is the color. Let me delete that arrow. You need to make sure that you have the right color selected first before you draw your arrow. I'm going to go with red arrows. or it's really hard to change later. You have to do all this kind of rasterize it and stuff, but don't worry about that. Come here, draw my arrow, and then I can grab this tool and I can move my arrow around. Now if I want to change the size of it, what do you think you do? Control T. I can move it. I can show energy moving. Energy isn't going to move that way. If that hawk was to eat the scorpion, the energy would move that way. So I've got one of my arrows. And that's all you need to know is, it's kind of ugly. Probably have to go with the brown. But if I wanted to do that, I would have to fill it and stuff. So, all right, there you go. Kids are coming in. All right, goodbye.